And that young lady is Connie Dreher. She's 21 years of age, and she had herself a very big week of bowling here, finishing with a 260.3 average over 10 games, and that means that she was a top qualifier. And as a result, will win at least $600, but no doubt will try to win the $1,000 first prize money as she goes up against Sue Wanklin here in the championship match in this women's division of the Rose Festival.
Well, it's a chance for the viewers to see really the dominant lady player in the game today. Came out of a brilliant YBC career. She won 6 national titles. Was a youth bowler right from the age of 10 all the way on up. And was just blended into the adult scheme of things very well.
Very strong delivery, and she picks up the spare.
Yeah, so we watched her during the weekend. We couldn't think of a lady that throws the ball any faster. And certainly has no question with her accuracy and gets lots of carry on the pins.
There you look at those pins. They're all on strings.
Well, there's a 60 to 70% across Canada now. 5-pin bowling is on strings, and it's the game 15, 20 years from now will be all strings.
There you look at Sue Wanklin. Won the last match by 3 pins. And she matches the spare that Connie put together in the first frame.
Yeah, Sue actually bowled a pretty good game last time, 266. Was never really behind, threw the double when she had to. Just played like the veteran she is. She was going for this 5th Masters win, and she's taken on a big challenger here. Well, she's a little light this time, slowed it down a little bit. She wants to drive it out a little harder than that.
Well, in fact, Sue and Connie were bowling together throughout this tournament this week.
Yeah, exactly.
So they've had a chance to watch each other bowl quite a bit. There's another spare.
It's a nice carry. That's right. And I bowled with them also, but it didn't help my game. And here's Connie and just winds it up. Great extension here.
Good hard delivery. Just leaves that left corner pin standing.
Just plays this down a couple of boards from the edge and turns it over towards the inside here, playing the spare.
Got the other spare. And has an 8-pin lead through the first frame.
Grabs the count right off the bat, and you know, just wants to keep hitting it on the side. And with the carry she has, she keeps hitting it on the side. She's going to get lots of score.
Connie's big game was a 373 in the last qualifying game. There's the strike.
That's right. Moved her right out of the pack, right to the lead. And you always, like in this stepladder format, you always want to be that leading qualifier. There's Connie talking with her parents, Irvin and Erica, who have been with her through most of her YBC and young adult career. Getting it to move.
Now Sue matches that strike.
Lots of action with her ball.
Goes to show you really don't have to throw it that hard.
No, it's boy, it's just nice, easy delivery. Doesn't even bend over a whole pitch. No, but she's light on this side again. It's twice in a row on lane 30, and puts it on the right side. It just puts a lot of pressure on you to keep this spare coming.
Sue has 2 children at home. Becky, who's 9, and Amy, who's 5.
I think she's always been around the bowling centers and has worked there, and it just becomes a way of life for so many people.
Plays in leagues a couple of times a week. And when you look at it, when these players say they play in leagues, that's at least 6 games there, and usually a practice or 2, looking around 10 games a week.
Oh, for sure. And like I say, there's a fair amount of tournaments, and Connie would be playing all of that. But here's a chance to put an edge on her score right now with spares and strikes.
Well, matches the difficulty that Sue had in the last frame.
So it's going to keep it fairly close. And, as we talked about with Donna and Sue, here she loses a little on that count.
Only counting 7 on that strike.
That's right. It's you lose that 3-pin on the count, so it's really cost you 6. Those pins might be important when we get down to the end.
So she picked up a 12 count on that frame.
So instead of having a 5-pin edge, she's 1 down, and that's that 6-pin difference.
93-92.
Here she gets started again now.
Looks like a brand new match.
That's right. corner.
Set left.
One win on the Masters Tour. She won last year. She finished 5th in the aggregate this year. She's won an Ontario Open Championship already in the adult side, winning 86. She made the step ladder in that championship this year in Hamilton. She's just done so many things so quickly.
Sue Wanklin. Sue from Woodstock actually had 168 pins less during the tourney than did Connie Dreher.
Well, certainly when Connie's big finish, 264 in the 9th game, 373. There just wasn't that many 373 games being rolled. Sue finishing, actually today only at 1140. There was almost 300 pins difference today. Connie had her bigger day today. Sue was a bigger game yesterday. But Sue's hanging in this pretty good. She's on a spare here. She's missed this to the right on this lane. The last 2 shots up here. She wants to put this ball out with a little bit more speed. Yeah, she did that. Exactly what she wanted to do. You can just tell right from her delivery.
Good adjustment. Here's a look at Connie Dreher, who is in fact, she works at the Hamilton General Hospital in the X-ray department there.
Just in the last game, gets a chop off. Sue, who kind of controlled the last game a little bit, never being too far ahead, but never behind, is doing a similar type thing here. Connie's not getting very many strikes.
It's almost as if Sue's playing as well as she has to play.
That's right, and certainly that chop-off spare was a tough one all weekend, and boy, that just showed it right there. It was very easy to pick off that 3-pin. She's going to miss that and go to 130 through the 6th frame, and boy, she better come with a mark now, because Sue's going to find herself staring this 5th victory right in the eye.
Oh, a little fortunate. Otherwise, she could have been looking at a big split right there.
That's right. She wants to cover this off. She just played a couple of boards outside here.
This is the first time that Connie's been the top qualifier at our Masters tourney.
Right. Well, now it's up to Sue. She can, it's just around the time she threw the double in the last game, and if she decides to match that here, she's going to have a little bit of an edge. That might be too hard to catch up.
Good concentration there.
No, throw this one past. Now she wants a spare to hold an edge. Spare
Get that count.
23-pin edge. She knows she made a bad shot too.
Oh, got it.
She had a lot of carry all weekend, and puts her 153 through the 6th. Spare in the 7th. 23 pins. Still 3 frames, though. Lots of room yet. Just wants to keep this away from the front. Gets it out a little bit on this side, what she wanted to do. Exactly what she did last time. Gets a little more speed on it. Carries the strike. 183 through the 7th on a strike. Now Connie's going to bowl her 8th and 9th frame, and
she needs a couple of marks.
2 marks a must.
Uh-oh.
There's trouble. Sue might be getting this number 5, and as I said earlier, there's only 12 women have done it in 23 years of master bowlers, so it's certainly a tremendous accomplishment.
First prize money, $1,000. Second place is worth $600.
That's not so bad either.
No.
Big diamond goes in her master's ring, which is certainly increases the value of the ring to around $1,200 with a big diamond in it.
How big is the diamond?
It's what they call, I don't know my points, but it sits right in the middle of the ring, and if I knew my calculator, I think it's called a 2-point. That almost had to be a strike. I think it's Sue's looking at a win here.
So Connie looking to try and split, pick it up. She doesn't do so.
No, she's going to go 175 through the 9th. Look at some of the other ladies that played this weekend. Joyce James of Scarborough, 24-47. Helen McCallum of Barrie, 24-16. Kim Maceros from Simcoe made a good try, 23-94. Sandy Lyons came back from Brampton, 23-74. Marie McKay from St. Catharines, 23-67. Sue Wise from Brampton, 23-58. That is Sue here. Puts another strike here to be an automatic win.
And there it is.
It's all over. Win number 5.
Now, the first time for her here at the Rose Festival, and it seems sort of fitting that she would pick up a victory after having finished twice, or second twice, and third once.
That's right. I had a rough day today, really. 1293 yesterday for 5 games, which is a nice 260 average. But today, 226, 217, 218, 210, 271. But when the going got rough here, she's 266, and now is going to put a big game on the board. 228 in a double. She still has a chance here to go well over 300.
There it goes.
When it's going, they're all going.
That's 4 in a row.
And that wasn't that easy to do. Connie Dreher, young, a big career in front of her, so she'll just have to wait next year. There'll be a lot more tournaments, a lot more victories.
Takes off that right side, but that finishes the game for Sue Wanklin. 308. Great score. But Connie Dreher has 1 frame left to go to close out this championship match.
She certainly, when you look at Connie's game, she didn't throw the ball maybe as hard as she could. She missed it a few times. She just, I think maybe plain and simple, just didn't get enough strikes.
Picks up the spare, has 1 ball left.
Certainly today, when she finished off with 373 in her final game and bowled 1430, which is 285 average. Certainly she was throwing it harder than that.
Closes on a nice note with a strike, 205, and as a result, Sue Wanklin wins it by just over 100 pins. 308 to 205, the final score. And the 1987 Rose Festival champion on the women's side is Sue Wanklin. A nice victory as we look at her, and our congratulations go to Sue as she picks up $1,000. The men's is coming up, and we'll have the men's competition for you right after this.